welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Christina and I'm literally a mum. My son is 10-month-old, I'm married, life story over, that's who I am. Grab your coffees. If you've stumbled across this video, then you're here for one reason. You're struggling to buy the dads, the granddads, the men in your life something for a special occasion. I thought this would be perfect to go out a couple of weeks before Father's Day so we can get some ideas and start buying stuff that they actually want. So without further ado, let's just get into it, shall we? I'll have my laptop on because I've got my notes, but let's just get into it. We're gonna get the best present for the men this year. Let's grab the old laptop, So we're going to do it in kind of categories, and the first one being, because I feel like this one's like the boring category, what I call boring, but every guy, I'm assuming most guys, will like everything in this section. Clothing and accessories. By accessories, I mean shoes. Most people, I know from experience, are like, oh, best thing to get the man in the life, pair of socks, pair of pants. I mean, they're great if you know what they like. So, for example, we're going right into the pants. Calvin Klein's, they're a great gift idea if you know their size. Also, socks are the same, but like bougie socks. So like Nike, Adidas, Tommy Hilfiger, that kind of thing. Socks. Then I'm moving on to shoes. My husband, from experience, this is just what he loves. So I'm hoping some other guys out there will also like these. Crocs. Black Crocs, white Crocs, just to go and put around in the garden, take the bins out in the house Crocs. My other half loves his Croc slippers. I got him this for Christmas and he's obsessed. He wears them all the time and he even said it was the best gift that I've ever got him. Croc shoes, Croc slippers are a good option. Carrying on with shoes, trainers are obviously a great option if you know what they like. So like Nike, Adidas, what other trainers are there out there? Like Puma, I don't know if that's a thing, I'm showing my age. Do people like that? Like a form of trainer would be a good one. There's some deals sometimes on TK Maxx for trainers like Ralph Polo ASN, so it's like the cheaper version of Ralph Lauren trainers. I think they all look nice. Tommy Hilfiger, Fred Perry, if you want to spend a little bit more money on like the trainer style shoes. And then speaking of also trainers, like if they're into like their health and fitness, like a good pair of running trainers or cycling trainers. And then that also brings on to more clothing, so like active wear. This is also a very good realm to go and have a mooch around and have a look to see what they're missing in their wardrobe. If they like a certain sport, how can you dive into that sport and in clothes? So for example, football. Do they want the latest football shirt? That kind of thing. Basketball, do they want the basketball shirt? F1 hat, McLaren, Red Bull, etc. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to F1 because I haven't watched. Don't hold me to it. I haven't watched is it Ride to Survive or something like that on Netflix? Haven't seen it yet. It's on my list. Don't worry, guys. So let's move on to kind of the fitness realm, as we've just been talking about the fitness clothing. Another good one, I think, if they are into fitness, protein. Go on My Protein, have a look, have a mooch. Is there something they haven't tried before? Is there something they love? Pre-workout. Basically any kind of supplements that they take, but maybe in a different flavour if you know them that well. And then in terms of also fitness food, like protein bars, protein shakes, grenades. Like you can get little bundles as well on like My Protein. My Protein's just my go-to for when I want to buy that kind of present as like a filler present maybe. But if it's like Father's Day, that could just be a small gift which they would appreciate. So that kind of thing, as well as, this isn't really fitness, but my other half loves an energy drink. He loves Monster. So maybe getting like a crate of Monster as a gift. for something along the side. I think they're quite good, easy, cheaper gifts that you can get. You can obviously also get like My Protein gift card, so they can choose what they want if you don't completely know. And then you could also chuck in there maybe a gym voucher or a gym class or something along the lines like that. If they like, say, swimming lessons, if they like football lessons, I don't know, something like that. And I know like our gym, for example, does like rock climbing and stuff like that, so maybe an experience at the gym. So now I'm actually reading off my laptop because I can't remember everything, and as you would have seen probably in the first half of this video, it's a bit like from memory. But this section, tech and gadget. Every guy loves tech, I feel like, to some extent. You can go from the cheaper options to the expensive options. So let's start off with the cheaper, lower end. Wireless charging stations. These are great. So these are the ones where if they have already like an Apple Watch, AirPods and an iPhone, they can all charge on one station, as well as obviously the portable chargers, which always come in handy. You can never have too many portable chargers, in my opinion. A Bluetooth speaker of some kind, if they're into their music. Headphones. So we're slowly creeping up here. So headphones. You can obviously buy the cheaper options on Amazon in terms of headphones. However, the best ones, noise cancelling, obviously, are, in my opinion, AirPods or AirPod Maxes. They're the best, but they're really expensive. So it depends on your budget when it comes to gadgets, as well as there's like streaming sticks, which obviously Amazon Fire, you could get that and actually add on like the streaming service for a month that you would pay for or something like that, if you wanted to do a bigger gift. Also, like, you could get the Amazon Echoes, the HomePods from Apple, Alexa. So moving on to Outdoorsy and Adventure. So this all kind of comes under this category. So an insulated water bottle / travel mug. These are good options, but like the Yeti brand, they're always very good. Stanley, for example, they're great. I don't know what the brand is with like the hand kind of logo, so I'll put pictures of that there as well, because I know they're quite good. But it doesn't really have to be a brand. You can just go into Tesco's and grab one. Like favourite colour or whatever they like, they will be in there. A pocket multi-tool. So these are like the Swiss Army knives where they like flip open with different gadgets. There's different brands of them that are very good. Personalised cooler, a cool bag. This obviously is good for the summer months. We're just turning into summer now, so cool bag if they're going to work and they need to keep their food cool. Obviously, like the Yeti cooler is good. If they're going camping or to a festival, you could get some accessories for that trip, whether it be a fold-up chair, sit at the festival in, a new one, a comfier one, maybe a nice tent, because tents can be spenny, but you can also get the cheaper side ones. So I know Charlie's going to Download Festival and he's got like a pop-up tent, but he wants a bigger one, so that could be an option for me to get him. Something like that would be really handy. So like, or if they like camping, like a stove, a fire, maybe even like food for that trip or that camping trip, as well as like if they like fishing, this also could come into this. You could get fishing accessories, a rod. Again, fishing's very expensive. A fishing voucher to their favourite outdoor shop, garden centre voucher. Like the list kind of goes on when it comes to outside, but vouchers are actually quite a good one to have for the outdoorsy people. So you could get, for example, the insulated water bottle plus a £20 gift voucher at their garden centre or at Mountain Warehouse. So that is also a good outdoorsy shop to get bits like camping bits, like a fire pit, a torch, that kind of stuff, as well as obviously Amazon. Amazon's my go-to. So they will all be linked down below.
This is your sign to drink your coffee and pause the video to go to the loo because a little break.
Okay, I feel like this one is a variety. It might not be everyone's taste, because if they don't like cooking, this might not be for them. But this section is for the kitchen or the grill.
Dun dun dun.
Cast iron skillet. Lasts forever and makes amazing meals. High quality knife set. So you know, like they're normally in like a set. These are great. Do some research. Have a look on Amazon. I'll put some recommendations down below, because when we get a bigger kitchen, definitely getting that for the husband. A meat thermometer. This would be great for like barbecues to make sure the meat's cooked. You just put it in. Thermometer, it tells you the perfect temperature. No one gets food poisoning. Barbecue spice rub set. Obviously we're going into summer when this video is currently being filmed. If you're watching it in winter, we're not. But the barbecue spice rub set, like to experiment flavors when they're cooking on the barbecue, if they have a barbecue and like doing that. Some like beer making kits and stuff. I feel like sometimes guys like this and sometimes they don't, so I've just put it in there as a maybe. They might not love this gift, but like a DIY kind of project. I know a lot of people also, if they like spice, a spice kit would be great, as you can always get some of these kind of gift kits on Amazon. Debenhams used to be able to do that. What they call the man cave stuff. I think that's what they call it. I don't know. But they have like man stuff. Man stuff. But you could also get like a good bottle opener for the kitchen to open red wine if they like drinking red wine. Can't speak. A good coffee mug. Who doesn't want a good coffee mug? I mean, everyone does, right? Everyone loves a good coffee mug. So, coffee mug, coffee machine. A coffee machine, I'm sure, is a man's best friend. You can get the cheaper versions to the really expensive ones like Sage. We have one that's kind of in the middle, which does the job. It's the Nescafe one, which I'll show you here, and Charlie uses that all the time. Guys use that all the time. It's coffee, so that's a good option. And then you could also get like a couple of pods to go with it if they already have a machine like this, like the coffee pods stand. So you put your coffee in this, like coffee pods in a stand, basically. That's what it says on the tin, Christina, and it spins around. You can just grab your coffee. If they like being organised as well, if they're an organised guy and loves everything in the kitchen to be organised, then a good organisation kit. So you could start off with like your standard spice kits if they're into their cooking, and get the containers with the labels, which looks like that on screen. Or you can literally just ask them how many containers they need. Like same for like fridge storage, like if they drink a lot of cans, the can storage that goes in the fridge. I feel like these are good gifts. As much as they seem quite boring, I think they're a practical gift, and I feel like most guys like practical gifts. Hobbies and interests. Now we get into the more funner, less practical items and stuff they will actually really enjoy. If they're into their music, maybe potentially a vinyl record player. They might be interested in that. For the nostalgia, get a couple of records to go with it as well. They tend to range, I think, between £50 and £100. So they're not cheap, but they're not too expensive if you get the lower end of that cost. Tickets to a gig they like, or a voucher. So Ticketmaster voucher would be good, so they can choose where they want to spend it. So you could, again, you can just put as much money as you can towards it. Gigs are really expensive these days, so any contributions will definitely help. So Ticketmaster voucher, O2 voucher, anything like that. Or if you know a specific thing they really want to go to, then just buy them the ticket. That's also a very good gift. If they're into golf gadgets, I don't really know anything about golf, but golf balls, golf training kit that they can do at home, golf membership, golf club, the list goes on when it comes to golf. just have a look around at what you could get, like clubs, rangefinder, personalised golf balls, etc. Maybe even getting a voucher to Top Golf. That could be quite fun, and then you could do that as a pair if you're going together, or they could take their mates, etc. You could potentially get them a drone. There's cheap ones to more expensive ones that they could play around with. This kind of comes into gadgets as well as like hobbies. If they like going down the local pub, a pub voucher would be also very good. They can get themselves a beer, for example, on Father's Day or on their birthday. They can treat themselves. You can also just buy them a beer if you're going out for a meal. And then this brings nicely onto like a monthly subscription box. So you can get beer on a monthly subscription, hot sauce, like beef jerky, I think, HelloFresh. These kind of meals I think would be also good for them to have, because I feel like guys just love eating food and drinking, to be honest, 9 times out of 10. So any subscription box around eating, drinking would be a good option. Potentially a cinema ticket voucher or a cinema card for like their local cinema. Like if they like watching films and going to the cinema, another option. However, if they don't like going to the cinema, you could also just buy them a like Netflix subscription if they don't have it. I mean, most people do have it. Maybe Disney Plus subscription, Now subscription, I think they're the same, Paramount Plus, I don't know. But anyway, a TV subscription of their choice, or if you know they don't have it. The next thing, which you probably are all gonna hate me for if you're the girl in their lives, but potentially Xbox, PlayStation, games to go with it, Switch games, the list goes on, but gaming equipment if they're into their gaming, mouse, gaming keyboard, the list goes on. I'll put some more ideas in terms of gaming down below, headset, gaming chair. And again, you can always get a gaming voucher, whether it's for Tesco's. I'm sure they still do games. Tesco's. Where else does game? I think Sports Direct now does game as well. So I'll list some options down below in terms of games if you want to get the guy in your life a game. Let's move on to pampering and relaxation. A grooming kit / shaving kit. These are great. So like beard oil kit, like an actual shaver, a new shaver kit if they need it. Body wash, body lotion. These are good, I guess, the standard stuff, but they use it on the daily. Any kind of like smelly, so cologne. Good ones I think are Chanel, Dior. I'll link some of my favourites down below. An audio book subscription would also be good if you know they like reading, as well as like a Kindle. So Audible, where you can literally listen or read book. A magazine subscription if they like magazines, so they're relaxing the bath. Like a nail kit for men. I feel like most men don't really wear pajamas, so the other options this could be is like loungewear, so like jogger shorts of their choice, that kind of thing, because most men I feel like don't really wear pajamas or pajama bottoms, something along them lines. If they like playing like board games, getting a new board game, Monopoly's always fun, Cluedo. There's a new one that we just have been playing, like Uno, but also Tilt and Shout. Sorry, I just looked over there to see what it was. Tilt and Shout. Lego, another good option. I feel like most guys like Lego. Lego, you can get cheaper options to obviously more expensive, but Lego of choice. Puzzles as well come under there as well. And then the last section of this video is Wildcard Fun and Experiences. So what do we mean by this? So these are things that you can buy as a ticket. So you could go on Virgin Experience days if you want to spend a little bit more money. They have options like skydiving, cream teas, days out, and you can filter this to where you are. I think that's good. Brewery tour, cooking classes, etc. Another option is booking an escape room. experience, this could be a fun thing to do if you want to get everyone chipping in for that person. If they are a bit younger, this would also be really fun, and I think a lot of people would enjoy this. The Crystal Maze Experience up London. That's also a good shout. As well as if they're into theatre tickets. If they like horror, booking something related to that. So even though it kind of, if it's Father's Day, you kind of want to use it like there and then. But if it's for their birthdays or something coming up, then it'll be a good option to go to like Tully's Farm Shocktober Fest, because that's always fun if they're into horror. Fort Park Fright Night, etc. Along with that, you could always get a Merlin annual pass, a trip to, if you don't want to go all out, you could just buy an individual trip to like Chesington, Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, Legoland, etc. Like a day out. If they're into their sport, you can also book tickets to that sport. So a football game that they're really wanting to see, like a football match if they're not already a season ticket holder, basketball match, tennis, like any type of sport, book to go and see that competition. Surprise them, don't tell them what they're doing, take them maybe up London, go on the London Eye, Sea Life Centre, Madame Tussauds. I can't speak for anywhere else because I know London so well, but like, or go up Manchester, there's stuff to do up there. Have a look around your area to see what's on and maybe surprise them. You can even take them to a bougie meal like wine tasting, the Ivy, that's always a good option. They're scattered across the whole of the UK. Going up the Shard, up London, if you want to really go all out. That's quite spenny. A spa day, if you know they need to relax. A good place to also have a look is on Voucher. Sometimes you can get some good deals on different gifts and packages. I hope this gift guide has helped you out in some form. I hope you now have some ideas to get the men in your life, whether it's Father's Day, birthdays, Christmas, etc. And let me know what you decide to get them in the comments below, because if I've missed anything, it's good to have some more options in the comments to look back on when we are stuck. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like, as it will really help me out as a creator, and also subscribe. I will see you in my next video, and have a wonderful rest of your week. See you later. Bye.